What's up, everybody? This is Eric Cuts for the win, and here we are with Battlefield 4. It's finally here. I've anticipated this game for a while, but honestly, I didn't think I was going to be playing it today. I thought I was going to hold out for the PS4 version, but I figured why not rent it, check it out, get a first impression, see what's doing with Battlefield 4. So I rented it for the PS3, got a couple sessions in, and the first time I played it, it was about noon, and I was feeling really good about it. It was really smooth, besides a couple glitches. There was really no major problems. I mean, I was feeling really good about it. Took a break, came back at 7 p.m. and I just felt it the complete opposite. At times I was thinking this is a total disaster, especially when it came to TDM, because there was so much camping going on. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. And this is coming from someone who's played a lot of Battlefield 3, a lot of Call of Duty games, and whatever. And I was literally having El Presador's voice in my head, just complaining about the camping because it was that bad. And then I thought about it, like, okay, maybe it's just the players, you know, I just got matched with really bad players, whatever. But then I started thinking, maybe it's the maps. Maybe the maps encourage it. Because each TDM map kind of has this theme where, you know, there's an outside area, and then there's this inside area where it's just such a cluster F. I mean, there's so much stuff on the ground. It's kind of like an obstacle course. And what ends up happening is if you're trying to maneuver and get through this obstacle course, you're just going to get shot down by somebody camping on the roof or whatever. And that happened to me a lot. If you think back to like Battlefield 3 maps, for example, No Shar Canals, that was more like a maze, you know, in the middle area. These maps are more like an obstacle course because you're constantly having to jump over things, and it can get really frustrating, especially if you see an enemy and you're trying to get to them and you have no idea how. By the time you maneuver and get through, they're long gone already. So that happens a lot, especially on this map. I know you're watching a Rush match, but if you were to play this on TDM, this map, you would know what I'm talking about because there's so much crap on the ground. I think there's like an airplane that's just in pieces because it got blown up or something, and it's like so impossible to get through there unless you know exactly where to go. So that can be very frustrating. But I think the major problem, though, like the biggest problem I've seen with this game, is the map in the left corner. When you're trying to get to an enemy, sometimes it's not showing exactly where they really are. I remember there was like at least a few times I was in a room and there'd be an orange triangle, and I'm looking everywhere. I'm looking in every corner, I'm looking on every floor, and I cannot find the guy, but there's a triangle, so I'm like, what the heck's going on? I'll even see my teammates kind of looking around too, like we're looking for the same guy, and what ends up happening is the orange triangle will disappear, then it'll reappear in a different spot, then it disappears, then it reappears in another spot, until finally he's like not even in the room anymore, he's outside. So I think what it is it's like lag, and it's not keeping up with his movement, and that's a big problem. Like, that really needs to be fixed, and hopefully it is pretty soon, because that totally messed up my game at times. Like, I couldn't figure out where these guys were at, and it just made me so lost. Another problem with the game is hit markers. There were times I'd be burst firing someone from a distance, and I'd be dead on, like right on their head, you know, just shooting them, bursting them, and I wouldn't get a hit marker till like the 4th or 5th burst. And then by then, I mean, I'm already almost out of ammo, and then he moves and I don't get the kill. So it was pretty frustrating at times. I know Kenny, when he played, he had the same complaint. But I don't know. I mean, I know I'm talking a lot about TDM, but that happened a lot. I mean, that happened in every mode, the hit marker thing. But I did get to play Obliteration, which was like the longest match of my life. It was so long. If you thought Conquest was long, think again. Obliteration is the new long match for Battlefield. It was fun though, and I thought Obliteration worked well with the map we were on. I forgot which one we were on, which map, but I feel like the objective modes work better with the maps. They do not work well with TDM, just because, like I said, they're so messy, such a cluster F in the middle of these maps, and it makes it for a bad time, especially if people are camping. So yeah, that's for sure. There was this one glitch that was pretty crazy, and it was probably like the biggest glitch I even seen. Was I was shooting a guy and I killed him just after he killed a couple of my teammates, and immediately after I killed him, my character just started reviving those teammates, and I didn't even press the button to do it. My thumb was not on the D-pad, and so I was kind of tripping out. I mean, I wasn't complaining because I was getting the points and I was surviving, but it was just weird that that happened. So that was like one of the major glitches. There was also another one where I killed somebody and then my body just shot up into the air and then fell to its death and I died. So that was like another one. So yeah, some funny stuff was happening. But like I said, I didn't complain too much about it. But it just goes to show that, you know, it's kind of broken. They do need to fix some stuff. I know it's day one, but there was a beta, so I mean, they should have their S together. I mean, at least after a couple patches, I hope it gets better. And that's really what I'm trying to keep in mind, that I'm not going to give up on it. Obviously, I still want to get the game for the PS4 in the future, and I just hope it gets better. I hope it doesn't get worse. Like, if it's worse on the PS4, that's going to be very disappointing. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. There was also a couple times where I felt like I was sniped because I would just, boom, I was just dead like that. Like 100% health, boom, I'm dead. And I would look at the person who killed me and it, you know, it shows their weapon at the bottom. They'd have like an AK or a SCAR and I'm like, what the heck? Like, how'd they kill me so fast? It was literally the sound of one bullet and in that very instant I was dead. So I don't know if that's just inconsistency with, you know, what I'm seeing and what's really happening, or I don't know what's going on, but that happens a few times. I know that happened a lot on the beta. I would just feel like, dang, I die so fast. But now it's more so like, it's like one bullet kills, you know, one bullet death, and it's not even the right weapon. So it's kind of like, it's weird to see. But that's pretty much my biggest gripes with the game. It's not perfect, it needs some work, and it needs help. Like, it needs to be fixed. But like I said, hopefully it'll get better. If you've played the game, you've noticed anything similar to what I've explained, or if you've noticed anything else, comment below and let me know what you guys are noticing in the game. Let me know how you feel about it. I'm a little worried, I gotta admit. I'm kind of worried about it. Hopefully those worries will be put at ease. Maybe if I play a little more, things will change. Who knows? But that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching this video. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.